it's me, the real Auntie. That's right, that's what I'm calling myself now because there's so many Aunties out there. Tracy Thompson is a very popular name, apparently. So, anyway, I just thought I'd open up with showing you a little bit about where I work, and you can see my truck in the background there. Move a bit, there's my sign, there's Hypnosis Worldwide, a little bit of flowers there, and here's the ramp to my door. And if you get tired waiting for me, you can have a seat. Better make sure you knock really loud when you come in. And here we go. This is what you see when you come in. It's a wee bit of a waiting room. But I see clients by appointment only. And if someone's waiting for the next appointment, it's usually somebody waiting to give someone a ride. But so it's usually just one person at a time because I'm a one-person business. And past there is my private area. There's a little bit of pictures there. Pictures, there's the door coming in. And when you're coming for hypnotherapy, this would be the room you would come into. There's a great big huge hypnotic chair that you would be sitting in. And there's where I work, do my writing and stuff like that. Yeah, and there's all my certificates that shows also I'm the real Auntie Tracy Thompson. It's really me. And there's me and my hubby. We got married. And his sons. And there's a picture of me back when I was a sweet 32, I think. What a cutie. And there's my sculpture that I did that I'll talk about a little bit. Let's move that out of the way. It's beautiful. Okay. And then if you're coming in, here's the bathroom. And if you're coming for a tarot reading, this is where I would bring you into my tarot room, which also doubles as my recording room for videos. And there's all the cards that I would be using. I use oracle cards and tarot cards, quite a few different kinds. And these are my rune stones that I created myself right here. And my painted, carved them all out myself. Rune stones. So I usually do pull a rune stone as well for people, or get them to pick one or two or a few. And so it ends up being quite an interesting, fun session. And so anyway, a little bit about me and the background of me, because there seems to be a lot of people copying me, which I don't know if I should be flattered, maybe, I don't know. But maybe it's because there just isn't enough people that have an original story to talk about, so they got to copy mine. So anyhow, whatever the reason, I just thought I'd better let people know that I'm the real thing. I'm the real Auntie, and there's no one like me, okay? And there might be people stealing my story, or just copying my story, and anyway. And this is why I'm doing this video today, because and I should turn the light on here. because I thought it was important that people see the real me and know that it's my story and my story to tell. And please don't copy. And I don't want to have to get after people for that, but it appears that people are doing that. So anyway, that's what this is about today. I'm the real Auntie. And you see how I'm saying love you lots? That's also my saying, okay? I got it from my very first girlfriend long time ago. I won't say who her name is here, but she used to say love you lots. She used to put a little heart in there. So anyway, and I got hearts here, so okay. I'm the real deal. All right? If anyone else is talking to you out there trying to pretend they're me, I won't ever be approaching anybody out there, okay? Just so you know, if somebody is trying to pretend to be me and saying whatever it is they might be saying to you, you know, who knows what the latest scams are. There's so many scams right now, it's incredible. So how do I prove any more than what I have just proven to you that I am real? I don't know. If you have any questions about my story or about me, or that you find my life to be totally unbelievable, give me a comment. Talk to me. Let's talk about it. This is the other thing too. I've done only a few of these videos, and I started in July 23rd was my first video. And it takes me a lot to do these because I'm still working as a hypnotherapist and a tarot reader, and I still have a life, and I'm a one-person show here. So other than my friend or Andrew, who helps me with the editing from Permanent Records, and other companies that I hire to help me with different things, scheduling, things like that, I'm doing it all, okay? So, yeah, it's all me. I'm a one-woman show. So, and my story is my story from my perspective. Some of my family members might not even agree or believe that what I'm saying is true because it's not from their perspective and it's not from their memory. Like I won't remember some things that they tell me that they remember. So it's all from my perspective and my life. And yeah, anyway. So where I want to go with this is there's so much today that is unreal, isn't it? It's we're in a very artificial world today. And so when someone is actually talking like I'm talking, very authentically, right live here now, about live events that have actually happened without dubbing it in and reworking it and working from a script and just talking live on just like I would normally talk to someone. And that was the whole reason for me doing this, is I wanted this to be like if you came to visit me for a cup of tea. If you were my niece or nephew and you came over and you said, let's go pop in on Auntie and see how she is. And that's why I did this, to make it very authentic. And the stuff that I'm saying is usually things that I would say to any niece and nephew that I would want to be helpful and to give them some advice that maybe things they haven't experienced yet, or just some things that I've experienced and I know how to help them, how to be helpful. And so a little bit of advice to people. if you're online and maybe you've gone through something very, very tough like I did, having my husband pass away in just 2022. And I should have maybe taken a little longer before I went online and looked at any kind of romantic type of things, because that's where these people, they try to get people that are vulnerable, that are going to believe them, because believe it or not, most of them are not real, or they're scammers. So take it from me, who got sucked in and taken pretty badly. So be careful out there. If they basically have a difficult time sending you a photo of themselves that is live, and when I say live, it's like basically, you're talking to them and on DMing, and if they can't send you a picture that is like showing the time and date of the date and time within a few minutes of your talking to them, they're not real. If it's a photo that's already there from some other time, it's someone else's photo. And just things like that. And if they start love bombing you right off the bat, again, that's a no. They're not real. And if they're asking for money, that's another thing. So just take it from your Auntie. I learned the hard way. I was vulnerable. I was weak at that time. I'm not weak anymore. I learned my lesson. But there's some mean people out there who take advantage. And I wouldn't want any of you to get taken advantage of like I did. So, now, how I help people in hypnotherapy. My hypnotherapy, I use various techniques, and I use a little bit of Erickson. I use a little bit of Elman, and I throw in a little bit of Silverman, Schumann, a little bit of, who else did I get training with? Sort of a combination of a whole bunch of hypnotherapists, very popular ones that I've kind of taken bits and pieces from and incorporate in my own. And when I say that, as a hypnotherapist, it's really about the induction. It's really about how you induce that person into a hypnotic state and how you keep them deepened in that state and give them the prescription that they need. By prescription, I mean what changes they want in the way of suggestions and positive suggestions given when they're in that hypnotic state. And that's what I do all the time. I don't use it as just a modality, as I'm not a counselor, I'm not a therapist. I am hypnotizing people as a therapy, and it seems to work. It seems to really help people, especially with things like stopping smoking, things like getting past anxiety, things like letting go of the past, relieving yourself of emotional negative hurt, all those type of things. It certainly has helped myself. My husband was also a hypnotherapist, and he hypnotized me quite a few times, or a few times. We used to practice on each other, and which was really quite helpful, and gives you the confidence that you need to be doing this as a work. And yeah, I can honestly say it is very helpful. It helped me to change and to get past things and to detach from emotional traumas and emotional negative hurts, and to be able to live the life I'm living today, to get through life as I do today. So, yeah. And as far as the tarot reading goes, I do that a little bit different as well. I get people to just relax when they come, and instead of getting them to have a question that they want to give me, unless they already do have a question, but I just get the cards. So I use my symbol oracle cards. I don't know if people have this deck, and I use that to sort of do a little bit of an investigation, you might say. Use the spirit to find out what it is that the person I'm seeing, what the querent, as you would call the person coming to see me, what it is that the spirit is noticing that they need help with, or what is showing up in their energy. And it's quite phenomenal how this deck really connects, and or how spirit works well with these symbols, and it's very revealing. So it's kind of cool. This is how I started off, and then from there we springboard into I get people to pick out of the Rider-Waite deck, either queens or kings, depending on if they're male or female, and if they're over 40 years old, I get them to pick which suit they feel they connect with, and so that also is very revealing, and lets me have a little bit of an idea of what the personality, a little bit of the personality of the person that myself and my spirit team is looking at with that person. And then also as we progress, I will do a Celtic cross spread usually, and then go from there a little more in depth with some oracle cards. And yeah, it's usually quite enjoyable, and get them to pull a rune stone as well. And then I do a little bit of motivational. I have some cards for self-care and motivation, just to give a little bit at the end, a little affirmation and little self-help. And yeah, it seems to be quite enjoyable. I enjoy doing it with people. It's a little lighter for me and easier for me than doing the hypnotherapy. Hypnotherapy can sometimes be a little heavy in the emotional way, and yeah. So just talking about that, and yeah. So this is me, the real Auntie, and I'm going to be putting in with this video in putting in the link of when I first did my first article, Who is the Real Auntie? And you'll find that my name, T, is for Tracy, Text, and Triddles. And anyway, so there's a little story about that. So I'll be including that just to remind everyone who I am. And I'm not a, I don't know if you've heard any negative stuff. I'm not any of those things that maybe is spreading around. I'm not a witch, and I don't have anything against people that are witches or that say they're witches or whatever, but I am not one. And I don't have a direct connection with the devil either. What other things have been going around? I'm not a sex worker. That's not happening either. So that we can just throw that out there either. That's not who I am either. I'm just a widow for 3.5 years now, living on my own and doing the best I can here. And yeah. And I just am doing all this to help people because I was denied that being an auntie to about 17 I figure 17 nieces and nephews that I wasn't allowed to ever meet or have anything to do with because of my family's religion. So, yeah, that's kind of the reason for me doing this. And to just put it out there, that connection to, because I had a need. I had a need to connect and to just share my truth with people, share my story with people because I felt it would be helpful. And I feel it's also my mission to help those that are on the spiritual path, that are wanting to go further, that have a belief in Hermeticism, as I do, that have a belief in Thoth and or Hermes Trismegistus, who are into that. I talk a little bit about that, and I'm very, very much interested in that, find it really phenomenal. I think it's something that is what we're evolving into as humans. So, yeah, that's the other reason for me doing this. So, no, I am not a sex worker. No, I am not a witch. What's the other thing? I might be crazy. No. Yeah, probably. Yeah, we'll let you have that one, okay? If you want to call me crazy, go ahead, call me crazy. I don't care. Call me that. But the other stuff is not true. Oh, and I'm not a millionaire either. That's the other thing too. Please like my videos if you're watching this. Please, could you just and comment and let me know you're there and just say something, please. This is the other thing that happens is people will steal my content. They will screenshot, steal my content and not say anything, not like anything, but yet try and use my information on their spiritual whatever videos that they're doing. Please, if you're a kind person that's actually getting anything out of this, could you just like it and comment and let me know? That really helps a lot. Helps me a lot with YouTube, and I am working on getting something in my website that you could, if you would be kind enough to give me a donation for buying a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. So I'm just working on that so that anyone that is so kind as to do that, I would really appreciate it because it costs money to do this. I haven't been making any money off this, only spending money. So yeah, that's the other thing. So I am not wealthy. I'm on my way to being wealthy, but I'm not wealthy yet. So please get that out of the way, that I'm just a rich woman that wants to do this in my spare time. No, that's not what I'm doing this for. I'm doing this really because it's out of the goodness of my heart and my concern and sharing of my life stories, because I think it would be helpful for people. And because I know if someone would have said it to me or helped me at the times that I was going through, it would have been really helpful for me. So, with all that said, I hope that you are having a great day and you're enjoying the summer. It's kind of hot today in good old Nanaimo, and we don't get a lot of heat here. So, for us to get like a day where it's 30, it's like, everyone's having a bird, So, anyway, ta-da, and if anybody's out there copying me, they're not me, okay? I am the real Auntie. I'm the real deal here, okay? And have a great summer. Talk to you later. Hi, so you've reached the end of the video, and I'd like to thank you so much for watching and
and supporting me. And if you could just click the like button, that really helps me a lot. And if you could also subscribe, it would help as well. And I'm going to keep getting as much videos as I can, and I'm working on now with my new website, fireflyspirit.com, and also my old website, hypnosisworldwide.com. So either one of those, you can look and find me there for more information. And I also help people with doing different types of work with hypnosis and with tarot reading and yeah, all that. So, and I'm going to have things to sell from Auntie Says, and there'll be all kinds of merch for people to buy on the new website. So stay tuned for that. So it's all coming. But anyway, in the meantime, thank you so much for supporting me, and please click like and subscribe, and yeah, ta-da.